This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis.
It's the Morning Majlis.
Talking the stories that are shaping headlines, plus those that make you go,
Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the Morning Majlis, the show where we talk about stories shaping the headlines. Good morning to all you listeners out there. It is Wednesday, July 8th, and we have so much to discuss this morning. Big major developments here from Sharjah with regards to testing, a number of initiatives launched by the Sharjah Executive Council as well, and some international headlines that have everybody talking in the backdrop of the US-China conflict. We'll talk about major steps the United States is taking and so much more.
Yes, Ahmed, good morning to all the listeners. Good morning to Ahmed and Abdul Karim. And you touched on latest from Sharjah. Yes, we will continue the conversation about the testing efforts that is being driven out by Sharjah government and health authorities as we update you with the total number of tests conducted and also the outcome of it. And then we will talk about the latest remote meeting held by the Sharjah Executive Council, reviewing a number of issues on its agenda concerning the Emirates' various affairs, as many approvals took place regarding the Environment and Protected Areas Authority and also enhancing cooperation between federal and local departments and institutions. So stay tuned to tell you more about the latest from Sharjah.
Well, good morning to all our listeners and thank you for tuning in and welcome on to the Morning Majlis. We are looking at the big developments, particularly when it comes to the coronavirus cases arising. Now, one person who denied and said, well, it doesn't exist, it's nothing too serious, is now being tested positive. And it always happens. Yeah, just sad, isn't it? And we will be conducting the discussions about that, the implications, why is it so important to do the tests, and the success story of the United Arab Emirates and their strategy as we finally started to welcome international visitors, which is a step in the right direction. But this morning on the show, there's lots to look forward to. There is going to be a Sheikh Sultan Award for celebrating the spirit of the youth. We have an initiative called Challenge Yourself. We will be talking about that later on in the program, so lots to get through this morning. Do join in and have your say, and we'll be continuing lots of discussions here on the Majlis.
Absolutely, and we are live on YouTube at the moment. Go to the YouTube search bar, type in Pulse 95 Radio to see our lovely faces. Not mine. I don't have a lovely face, but yes.
We all have lovely faces. Gotta say that.
All right. Well, stay tuned to Pulse 95. We're talking the big stories shaping the headlines right here on the Morning Majlis.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate. Pulse.
Hello, welcome back onto the Morning Majlis. And now we're going to be talking about what Sharjah has been doing in terms of their efforts in curbing the spread of coronavirus. And as a whole, the United Arab Emirates has had the strategy of, and it's been made very clear, and it was also made clear on international media yesterday, saying test, 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 and test. And that is the way forward. Find out where the high prevalence of the cases are and what needs to be done. And in line with that, the director of Sharjah Medical Zone, Mohammed Abdullah Zuroni, confirmed that 500,000 tests were conducted for the category or for workers in particular during the last period as part of the first stage of the implementation by the region's strategic partners. And he also pointed out that several citizens living in Hamda areas also came to conduct the medical tests at the COVID-19 testing tent in Sharjah's neighborhood, particularly at Hamda Park, which is where the initial phase began before they decided to move the location.
Yeah, they did. Well, those free coronavirus tests, first of all, they started on July 5th. So, and it should last for 10 days. So we have about 6 days until the tests conclude. But as of now, there has been a change, yes, a shift in the location. Mobile Screening Center, it's now been shifted to Sharjah Expo Center. It's still the same timing from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. So they were meant to be conducted in a mobile screening center in Al-Nahda Park, but due to the hot weather, the committee chose a new location to provide residents with more comfort while they are waiting in queues. And just a reminder, the COVID-19 test will be conducted for adults only aged 18 and above. And residents should bring their Emirates ID and also show the SMS alert that is being sent to your mobile phones. The message was sent in both, of course, Arabic and Urdu. And just another reminder that upon completion of tests in Al Nahda region and Expo Center Sharjah, the teams will move to several different regions that include in a series Al Qasimiyya, Al Naba, as well as Al Butina, until the completion of all areas here in the Emirates.
Certainly, and this is part of a larger mass testing drive by the United Arab Emirates, and it's part of an early detection strategy to identify, isolate, and treat COVID-19 patients as quickly, as swiftly as possible before they spread the virus. We've seen, for instance, drive-through testing facilities spread across the country, testing as many people as possible to find out if they have contracted the virus. We also have an extensive testing program in high-density areas in the capital of Abu Dhabi, and we're seeing the same thing here in Sharjah, a major and massive free testing drive. And looking at the numbers worldwide, the UAE is number one as far as the rate of coronavirus testing. And certainly that, according to experts, is the key to curbing the disease, to attack it before it spreads.
Yep, of course, and it is incredible initiatives taken by the United Arab Emirates in terms of getting this done. And what we do know is industrial areas were a key area of focus. Musaffa, for example, in the nation's capital, and here in Sharjah we had a dedicated, and we continue to have a mobile medical clinic in the industrial areas of the Emirate, and they aimed to ensure the safety of the workers, and we saw the participation of many federal and local authorities. And once again, the guidelines are very similar, and they remain the same. That look, we have those drive-through testing centres spread across the nation. In Sharjah, we have at the Sharjah Golf and Shooting Club, and if you are one of those who believe they have symptoms or if are a particular age, and it's free testing for Emiratis anyway at the drive-through testing centre, so make your way over there should you wish. And the best way to do is contact 800 111 and book your appointments as well. Very, very simple process, and a very quick and easy test to be done. But at the moment, Sharjah Expo Centre is going to be the focus for it, and from there on and move to other parts of the Emirate of Sharjah. So be mindful of the text message that you get, and then and respond to that by reaching the testing zone. But now we're going to be preparing for the world of business news, courtesy of Hani Balkis, and then we shall return with an international focus on what's going on. Stay tuned to Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
The Morning Majlis, talking the stories that are shaping headlines. This is Pulse 95.
This is Pulse 95. Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Majlis. And we've got a big development here. Back in April, U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to halt funding to the WHO. But now the United States has sent a letter officially notifying the United Nations that the United States will in fact leave the World Health Organization. Now, to leave the WHO, the U.S. is supposed to give a 1-year notice and also pay outstanding dues. At the moment, the United States owes $198 million in unpaid membership dues. The reason the United States is leaving the WHO is coming after Trump had repeatedly criticized the health organization for being slow to respond to the coronavirus pandemic and for being too China-centric. He claimed it caved to pressure from China to, quote, mislead the world when the virus was first discovered by Chinese authorities, and claimed that the WHO is under, quote, total control of China.
Yeah, and this withdrawal that should go into effect within 1 year, next July, it has actually drawn much criticism from different parties or different sides. For example, bipartisan lawmakers, medical associations, advocacy organizations, and also allies abroad. They don't like this move. Presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, also Joe Biden, vowed just yesterday to reverse the decision on his first day if if and only if he was to be elected as president. Now, Senator Robert Menendez, who is the top Democrat on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, also tweeted yesterday saying that Congress received notification that POTUS officially withdrew the U.S. from the WHO in the midst of a pandemic. Now, to call Trump's response to COVID chaotic and incoherent doesn't do it justice. This won't protect American lives or interests. It only leaves Americans sick and America alone.
Yeah. And Ronnie, it's interesting you noted the bipartisan aspect to this. Even hardline anti-China politicians in the United States were saying what's going to happen is the United States' role as a global leader will be diminished, and you're going to have a black hole, and China's going to fill that void and become even more of a world leader should you leave the World Health Organization. The American Medical Association also issued a statement saying that the official withdrawal from the World Health Organization would put the health of the United States at grave risk and could compromise vaccinations moving forward, as well as efforts to treat other diseases like HIV and Ebola. And the WHO is certainly not going anywhere. It's been the global face of world health for a long time now, which is why diplomats, medical experts, and politicians from the global health community and all political parties have been expressing concern about this development.
Yeah, well, the agency was founded in 1948 and is based in Geneva. It is funded by a combination of members' fees based on wealth and population and voluntary contributions. It is usually involved in vaccination campaigns, health emergencies, and supporting countries in primary care. But what the president has accused WHO is to mislead the world about the virus, and without giving any evidence of the allegations. He said that China has total control over the WHO. Other countries, including Germany and the UK, have also said they have no intention of withdrawing funding from the WHO, which is coordinating a global initiative to develop that vaccine to fight COVID-19. Joe Biden has come out and said, on my first day as president, fairly confident, I will rejoin the WHO and restore our leadership on the world stage. The US is the Global Health Agency's largest single contributor, providing more than $400 million, as roughly around 15% of its total budget as well. But it's just a bit of a war of words at the moment, because not only is it the WHO situation, the FBI director has also come out and said that China is our biggest threat. And that has also moved on to the world of social media.
It certainly has. And we're discussing here the fact that the United States is looking, quote unquote, according to Mike Pompeo, the United States Secretary of State, he's saying the U.S. is looking at banning Chinese social media apps, including TikTok. Pompeo said, "We're taking this very seriously." And he said, quote, that with respect to Chinese apps on people's cell phones, I can assure you the United States will get this one right. Now, the reason Pompeo has been saying this is amid criticism that TikTok, he's saying this, TikTok could be funneling data to the Chinese Communist Party and spying on users of the application, but that criticism has been rejected by TikTok's American CEO.
Absolutely. They're saying that, a TikTok spokesperson said in a statement following those comments by Pompeo, TikTok is led by an American CEO with hundreds of employees and key leaders across safety, security, product, and public policy here in the U.S. We have no higher priority than promoting a safe and secure app experience for our users. We have never provided user data to the Chinese government, nor would we do so if asked.
Well, it's interesting, too, because a lot of apps are associated with major Chinese technological companies.
Absolutely.
And they're apps that you wouldn't even assume they were. Even video games like League of Legends, for instance, is played by millions of people around the world. So if they were to ban TikTok, that might set a precedent to ban other applications and video games. And that's got a lot of people concerned.
Well, let's not forget that TikTok, besides it being, or its CEO is an American person, But it is also owned, let's not forget that fact, that it's owned by Beijing-based startup ByteDance.
Absolutely.
So it could have ties. So I'll understand their concern with that.
Yep, of course. And the Federal Trade Commission and the U.S. Justice Department are also looking into allegations that the popular app TikTok had failed to live up to a 2019 agreement aimed at protecting the children's privacy, in line with the fact that they've been sharing data with the Chinese authorities. But before our data gets shared by Mr. RR about not keeping time, it's time for the world of sports news. In fact, Hani Bolkis will be reporting to us live on the airwaves of Pulse 95.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back onto the Morning Majlis. We are talking about challenging yourself and a program that's going on for a period of 3 weeks, Rania. What's going on over there?
Shaikh Sultan Award for celebrating the spirit of youth. Actually, it started on the 21st of June. And yes, this competition is called Challenge Yourself, and it should be for 3 weeks. Now we are in the second week now? Or in the final?
Well, we'll have to clarify that.
Yeah,
We've got a very important guest on the line to explain the program a little bit more in detail. Very good morning to you, Hamda bin Shaikh, the project manager at the Shaikh Sultan Award for celebrating the spirit of the youth. How are we doing today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing really well.
Doing great.
Well, we're feeling
youthful.
We're feeling like
feeling
teenagers. It smells like teen spirit. But we're talking about the initiative, the Challenge Yourself. Can you tell us a little bit more about this program?
So it's an online competition we wanted to do during this time to enable the young generation in the UAE to showcase their talents in 3 fields, which is art, music, and culinary.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal is to boost their personal development and help them use their time productively. And the competition is open to all nationalities in the UAE from ages 13 to 18. And they're required to send in a 1 to 2 minute video recording themselves performing the chosen skill. And following a public vote on our social media platforms, the video with the largest number of likes in each category would win prizes and certificates.
Can you tell us more about the objective behind the launch of the Challenge Yourself initiative?
So the Shaikh Sultan Award, it was designed as an exclusive hub for the youth where they can freely explore and discover new talents that they can build. And our title, Challenge Yourself, it sends a message to the youth to continue working on themselves to improve their skills and share their journey with their friends and family and the world on social media. And we also believe that showcasing their skills, it will motivate and inspire more youth to come forward and take part in the competition.
Could you talk to us about, because you've had similar initiatives to this in the past, I'm really interested in the kind of submissions that you had in the past for previous initiatives. Can you talk to us about the youth community here in Sharjah, what kind of creative activities they've been doing and participating in and showcasing on your platform?
So this is actually the first challenge we put out there. Before we had just an awarding ceremony, which is what the Shaikh Sultan Award is about. But during this time, we thought, they're sitting at home most of the time. We want them to use their talent more and do something with their time. And the youth, especially this age, it's the best age to discover their talents. And so many of them are interested in cooking, drawing, baking, doing even yoga,
Mm-hmm.
So we do our best to inspire them that way.
Can you tell us about the amount of participation that the award has witnessed so far and the videos that have been submitted?
Right now, we're still getting in a good amount, I would say. And they're really good. We're just excited to receive more. So many people are interested in the drawing and, showing their talent in cooking and music.
Nice.
I want to ask you now, what are the terms and conditions for joining the award, the nomination? Is it posting a video on their own social media? Do they email you the videos, or how does it all work?
So they send in the 1 to 2 minute video of their skills to our email, which is info@sheikhsultanaward.ae.
Mm-hmm.
And the video must include a text, including the participant's name, age, title of the competition, and their chosen skill. And at the end of the video, they should include a message encouraging their friends and other people in their age group to participate in the competition and showcase their talents. And then after the closing date of the competition, the recordings will be open to a public vote on the Sheikh Sultan Award social media platform. And the largest number of likes, they'll be declared the winners.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to shortlist any videos, or are you going to post all of the videos that were submitted?
We're going to be posting the videos.
Oh, all of them. Wow, okay. And what's the deadline to submit this video?
So the deadline will be July 18.
Oh, we can still got some time, guys.
Yeah,
we still got
time.
We can still got some time. And Hamda, I've got to ask you this, because there's going to be a lot of people who will be out there saying, "Oh, I'm too shy to submit this video, or my skill isn't going to be good." They'll overthink, thinking, "Oh, my drawing isn't going to be as good as the other person."
Yeah.
What's your message to them to ignite the spirit of their youth?
So in Sheikh Sultan Award, we don't pit you against other people. You know, your own competition is yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone is special in their own way. And right now is the best time to kind of discover your talents and put yourself out there and get creative. So you're only competing with yourself as the focus. It is on like a more well-rounded personality. And it will enable you to have confidence in yourself and motivate you beyond your comfort zone. So I would encourage every youth in the UAE to participate and benefit from this challenge.
And the age limit is set at 18, or?
Yeah, 18, right?
13 to 18.
13 to 18.
Yes.
Can we make some adjustments to include 18 and a half and us? You know, maybe.
I mean, I'll have to see about that.
Yes, we'll definitely file in our applications. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Hamda. It was a pleasure, and we look forward to welcoming you in the studios at some point soon as we fight this pandemic all together. And we shall be discussing the award at a later stage as well. Well, you were listening to the Morning Majlis with myself, Abdul Karim Hanif, Rania Saadi and Ahmed Dawood, and we shall return right after a short musical interval. And if you'd like to join the award, and if you'd like to have your say on the show, 4215 is the text line, and also catch us live on our YouTube live stream as well. Stay tuned. This is the Morning Majlis, only on Pulse 95.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate. Pulse 95.
Hello and welcome back onto the Morning Majlis. It's all about staying fit. It's all about rumours. It's all about keeping our fingers crossed, because Super Mario may soon be landing in Sharjah soon. What are we talking about when we say Super Mario, Rania?
We're talking about Mario Balotelli. He is actually inching closer towards a sensational move to Arabian Gulf League champions Sharjah Football Club in time for the start of the 2020 to 2021 season. Now, his international representative, and that is according to his international representative, Morris Pagniello, and he revealed this actually as of late. He said that the negotiations began yesterday and the club has expressed real interest in him. We were not discounting other options or clubs in the region like Saudi Arabia, but my first preference is Sharjah because of the standard of living, and club itself is one of the most elite in the Emirates. Lifestyle-wise and for his career, I think Sharjah will be the best option for him.
Yes, Rania, and Balotelli's had a rocky career. He started out very young and did very well. In fact, he won the Premier League with Manchester City back in the day. And things seemed to fall apart when he joined Liverpool. Only played rarely, didn't score a lot of goals, only 2 as well. So his career had been on a downturn. Looking forward to this development. But here is a lot of optimism that should he sign with Sharjah, he could expand and grow as a player and perhaps even mature and improve.
Yep, of course. No, he is certainly a star that was in the limelight for a number of years, especially with Serie A as well. But the issue here is when can he moved to Sharjah Football Club, and we're hoping that it is going to be this season, because Sharjah Football Club obviously won the championship after over 2 decades. It was such a long way to. They won it last year, and it was such a proud moment for our football club here. And we had a number of international players that were playing for us. Ryan Mendes was one of them, to name a few, and we played extremely well last year. And with a new signing in, it is going to be an incredible option for Sharjah to form a team around him as well. And we are going to be seeing in terms of what's going to happen with new talents coming in and showcasing and playing for Sharjah Football Club. But so much to look forward to with that. It'll be a delight. I'm pretty sure. Shout out to Omar Adouri, the presenter of Halftime Show, our dedicated sports show here on Pulse 95. He will certainly be very excited to see that, and would love an interview opportunity with him.
Absolutely, that would be amazing, actually, especially because he's a colorful character. And he would have no shortage of things to say here. So stay tuned to Pulse 95. We've got more discussions coming up. Major sport event that is set to take place this weekend in the capital city. Thank you all for listening and tuning in on our various channels. Stay tuned to Pulse 95. We've got a lot of shows, a lot of developments, and a lot of music. Stay tuned.
Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
Pulse 95. The heart of Sharjah.